Thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
The role of a woman in the society is to submit. Birth control are the pills of the devil. Education is so fundamental to the development of a people. Hang murderers. Simple as that. What am I voting for? Voting will change nothing.
Tout le monde haïtien, como ye. God save the Queen.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And of course, praise the Lord, I'm a member of the Holy Roman Catholic Church. My special guest until the spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll, arrives is Rastanera Thompson. Ross, welcome to Freedom March.
Mr. Monker, thank you so much for having me here on Freedom March today. It's always a pleasure to be on Freedom March.
Well, you know, you're always welcome, Ross.
Thank you.
Today is Monday, the 24th day of July, 2017. For me personally, it is a good day and a bad day because of a number of things that the government is doing that has me vexed. I'm vexed and I'm confused. Today, the FNM publishes in the Nassau Tribune, in their business section, a number of non-profit organizations, including churches, where the elect, the saints, are preaching. And the FNM, by this publication, I warned you about 2 weeks ago, is now claiming that unless the churches update their non-profit organizations, they will be suspected of being either fronting for terrorist organization, or they have to demonstrate that the monies that they're collecting to do God's work is not being used for terrorism. Now that sounds stupid, right? But don't forget what we're up against. We're up against a stupid party which is in charge of the country. And I think they're making some mistake. Among the group who has not updated their non-profit files at the Registrar General's office is the Woman Crisis Center. Now, I can be honest. I don't know why the FNM would think that the Woman Crisis Center might be comprised of terrorists because they have not updated their files. But the FNM may have a point on this group because I've always wondered about them. But now they better disclose, because the FNM believes that many of these groups might be linked to terrorism. So this is an exciting day. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to throw out some of the names. All right? Now, if you all are really saved, you're going to have to demonstrate to the FNM that you all are not terrorists. They want to know how you spend every dime on doing God's work. Because foreign white people told them that you, who profess Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, might really be the workers of the devil in search of the Good Samaritan. Are you a terrorist? Are you fronting? You better file before you get charged. That's the fact. They ain't gonna be honest with you and tell you what it is, but it's me. I'll be right back after the break.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV here in Nassau, Bahamas. My name is Rodney Monker, and I have with me Ras De Niro Thompson. Ras, welcome to Freedom March.
Mr. Monker, thank you so much for having me here today.
Ras, you are involved in some social activities which is designed to affect the children them of what island?
That's going to be Ragged Island, Mr. Monker.
Ragged
As you know, I'm all over the Bahamas doing my community work, and I've landed in Ragged Island now.
You are in Ragged Island?
I am.
Do you know the geography of Ragged Island?
Ragged Island is located several hundred, but several miles off the coast of eastern Cuba, I believe.
Okay.
In the southwestern Bahamas, near the Kisal Bank.
All right. And so what is it that you plan to do there?
Well, my group and I, we plan to have a back-to-school drive for the children of the Ragged Island district. There are about 10 to 15 students who attend the all-age school down there, so we want to donate some school supplies that's going to last them for the entire year. That's going to be uniform, books, pens, stuff like that. Just as this is our community work, how we're going to help back.
And may I ask, why Ragged Island?
Well, I don't want to say neglected, but I say the children of Ragged Island have been forgotten.
Really?
For most part.
Come, Ross, that's not possible, because what time is it?
It's the people's time.
What time is it?
It's the people's time.
So who's forgotten them?
Well, I just think that because it's so far out, you know, transportation is hard to get down there.
Really?
You know, the mailboat Captain C goes once every week.
Really?
Yeah, man.
How long it takes on the
Takes
mailboat?
about 4 days to get down there on the mailboat.
What the heck does be doing?
I don't know. The boat is just slow.
Oh, it's a slow boat.
It's a slow boat. And they have to stop in Black Point before they get down to the key as well.
That's Black
to Ragged
Point?
Island. Exuma. Then they
see.
go on to Ragged Island. So that's what we want to do. Just school supplies, that's uniform, everything for the children down there. I've been in communication with the principal, with the district counselor, and they are all open to the idea.
And it's only 10 children there?
I think maximum 15. It's an all-age school, one of the very few that we have left, and 15 children max.
How come the population is so small? They're not for bagaying, eh?
Well,
Tout le monde haïtien, bonjour. Garçon ça, il relait, comment relait?
Ras De Niro Thompson.
Il relait Ras De Niro Thompson. Il dit, il allait dans Ragged Island pour porter un pile. What are you taking?
That's books,
Livre,
pens,
okay.
textbooks,
Uh-huh.
uniforms, erasers, sharpeners,
Any
pencils.
of my people there?
I'm not too sure, but I suspect some of your people are there.
Well, you're going to have enough for them, right?
Yes,
There will be
for
no
everyone.
discrimination.
No discrimination.
Okay.
None
You
whatsoever.
make sure my people get theirs first. All right? Don't do no nonsense.
So,
Tout le
Mr.
monde
Walker-
haïtien, my papa's been problem.
So if there are any members of the general public who wish to assist with this community initiative, we're always open to donations
So
in any
where are
form.
they going to find you?
They can contact me via telephone. My telephone number is 804-0920. We're looking for any kind of donation, resources that we can help with this community effort. And you know, Ragged Island is home to the Monroes, the Moxies, the Wallaces, so descendants of that name should come aboard.
Okay. Well, that is powerful. So, folks, you heard what Ras say. He said it's 7 miles where?
It's
Off-
about a few miles off the eastern coast of Cuba.
Okay. And you want all the people them to make a donation.
Yeah, make a donation
And
to
it's
help
only
the
10
children.
It's only 10 people?
I
10
think
students?
max 15.
15? Goodness me. Brother Moxie, what y'all doing? 10 people? Come, man. I want y'all to throw away all that family planning and get down there and give me a population. Because the people from Ragged Island...
Ragged Island,
they're
Duncantown,
beautif-
Ragged
They're
Island.
beautiful people.
Very much so.
Yeah. So
Very hospitable.
I need plenty people down there, okay? So go down there, marry them off, and let's have plenty children. Because hardly anybody down there.
That is true. So if anyone wants to assist, just give me a call, 804-0920. We would appreciate your support.
Okay, Ross.
And one more thing, Mr. Monk. I was told before I come off, before the spiritual advisor gets in, that there's a group of people at the Art Bistro on Parliament Street who are listening to you right now.
Are they really there?
They are there right now listening to you.
Are these my people?
These are light-skinned people.
Are they the Conky Joe people?
No, they're the light-skinned Bahamians.
Light-skinned Negroes.
Yes, light-skinned Negroes.
Welcome, my light-skinned Negroes.
And their names are Jaime Thompson.
Who's doing it? Cuba? Really? Comrade, who's the president of Cuba?
Raul Castro.
Buenos dias, Comrade Raul. Welcome to Freedom March. I'm about the last revolutionary standing here in the Bahamas. Most of them have sold out. But I remain committed to a peaceful revolution, and I'm happy to have members of the Central Committee of Cuba's Communist Party joining us here on Freedom March. I got to brush up on my Spanish.
Buenos dias, ¿cómo estás?
Right.
You ask them how they're doing.
Okay.
They would say, muy bien.
Tell them, me llamo Comrade Monker.
Le llamo?
Yes.
Comrade Rodney Monker.
Okay. This is powerful. Ross, you're doing well.
And just a shout out, Mr. Monker. Then this guy, Jaime Thompson, Camille Thompson, James Thompson, Tanisha DeVoe, Celine Thompson, Darren Hutchinson, and Anastasia, and they said that you would know their grandfather, who was Maxwell Thompson.
Listen, I know your grandpa in 60-something, he got Oscar Johnson mad. And Oscar Johnson lined off all his children outside the court. My dad was your father's prosecutor, the police prosecutor. And Oscar Johnson showed his children, your grandpa, and say, you see him there? Anyway, so you better watch out for me, because I know the history, and I could just upset the whole nation. But the Thompsons are wonderful people, and the Johnsons are wonderful people. So this is powerful. Anybody else you want to?
That's all for right now.
This is great. Well, folks, I had to give Ross that opportunity because this kind of social work is so important. We need to build community. We need to build people. And we have to ensure that the spirit of love and giving, Jesus has taught us that it is better to give
than to receive.
So that's very important. Well, other matters. We're now seeing a new development taking place. You will recall I told you a couple of weeks ago that there was a powerful religious sermon taking place at Her Majesty's prison, where it was prophesied that 7 overseers would be caught smuggling drugs. Well, praise the Lord, last week, the 4th officer was detected. And he, as the prophecy outlined, they found him. But between leaving wherever they found him and taking him to the police, I'm advised, something miraculously happened. And at the moment, I'm being advised that he has not been charged. However, according to some of the prisoners, because you know I'm in contact with the prisoners, they say that lots of cell phone and other stuff were found at the prison. So I don't know what's going on, but this is now the 5th week. So listen, if you're going to smuggle drugs into the prison, I'm not trying to condone you. I'm not suggesting it's a good idea. Don't do it too late. If you're going to do it early, so the police so that they will have enough time to catch you and bring you to court. Because obviously, y'all are going crazy. All right? So this is the 5th week for another overseer to bring in some drugs. Come on, stop it. You're going to jail. I just wanted to let the public know that last week a 4th overseer was caught, and this week, based on the prophecy, we should have a 5th one.
Wow.
It is to be noted that none of the overseers were female. Well, the prophecy did not predict that there would be any of the women them. So females, please hold your standard. Don't get involved in any foolishness. And to the man, them in the prison staff, come on, What's the matter? Drugs are illegal. Please don't embarrass yourself. Please don't do it. In fact, flush down all the drugs you got in your house, okay? Stop it. Now, the murders are continuing. Marvin Dames, as he is focused on catching PLPs, the murderers are aware, all right? They're just looking for people with yellow shirt. So the murderers aren't wearing any yellow shirt. They got their gun. I was invited to a gathering in the eastern part of the island on Saturday where I met a number of smart Negro men. And I decided I'll just keep quiet as they, what they did.
It's a social gathering.
It was a social gathering. You were there too, eh?
I was there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice social gathering.
But while they were telling me how to solve crime, a Negro male, just about a half a mile, he was being gunned down. And when I received the intelligence, I kept quiet. I listened to their solution. Man, these were educated men. I just love their big words. They had good big words. They had nice vocabulary. And I kept quiet because I needed some big words for the show. You know? They had something called rehabilitation. And I thought it was so powerful. I look at the guy, and then I turned to my spiritual advisor, and I whispered, I said, man, isn't that a great word? Rehabilitation. So after it dawned on them, maybe after 45 minutes that I was not saying anything, then they invited me to speak. And I introduced a word to the conversation. I said, pussy foot. I said, that's what we are faced with. And they got shocked. I don't know what had them. Was it the pussy in the foot? Because it's amazing that the country isn't safe. You call a word and their minds just go off. So I had to hit down hard and said, pussy foot. That's what's going on. It's a bunch of men. They're nothing but a bunch of big fat. I told them, pussy footers. Because the murders are taking place. I think they must have had a killing this morning. I think so. Am I correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
They
Early
had
this
a
morning.
killing, must be last night. Then they shoot one woman. Now I hear they say they didn't mean to shoot her. They're trying to shoot the man. I've never heard so much kind of things. Meanwhile, Menace is in a state of calmness. Man, it's interesting. I just love my Negro people. It's so much, if it wasn't serious, it would really be, jokey. But that's what's going on. So I think we must see how there were 6 murders taking place. Meanwhile, Marvin Dames is focused on catching PLPs. All right? And the murders are taking place, and the Prime Minister says it is what?
It's a state of calmness.
I wonder what he meant by a state of calmness.
Well, I think he meant that there was a bit of relief after they won the election.
A relief.
Uh-huh.
It sounds like the FNM is constipated or was constipated. All right? All the killing taking place. Do you know the crimes they're not telling you? They're crimes that they're not telling you about. Take that from me. So what I've been doing is I've been writing them down. I said, I'm going to write it down. So when I come back one day, I just read the crimes that are being committed that Marvin is not telling. All right? I don't know if he's holding it exclusively for his sister, Candia. Don't forget, Marvin is the Minister of National Security. And Candia is the sister of the Minister of National Security. But that's what's going on. The killings are taking place. All right? And Menace, who has confessed it, that he believes in capital punishment, he's doing nothing designed to ensure that murderers are punished. And in every society, there has to be a level of fear. The day you ain't got fear, you will end up killing your own self. If children ain't afraid of pushing things in the plug, they get shocked.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be fear, so there's no fear. And guess why? The murderers are psychologists. They got good psyche. They recognize it is a bunch of barefoot, sissy leaders. And when I talk about sissy, I mean that kind of sissy. I'm talking about men who are politically impotent, who can't make no decision, who ain't prepared to pass the law. And so today, I'm going to have to fox them up.
What do you think is the ultimate solution to reducing or completely eliminating the numbers of murders that are taking place in the country?
You hang. Every time a murder is committed and you go through the judicial process, right, you make sure you have a referendum on capital punishment so that you could move that ruling of the Privy Council. And you just hang murderers, you see? And that's how you deal with it. See, man by his very nature is capable of committing murder, especially in this slave plantation where menace is playing white. I hate saying a Negro play white. I can understand if you light skin and you're playing white. But for you to be a Mandingo and you're playing white,
but Senator,
intellectually.
What do you say to those persons who say that capital punishment is not a deterrent? What do you say to them?
I would say the same way running the light and being fined $700 is not a deterrent. But whoever is stupid like you will pop their neck. And that's what's going on. All kind of killing. Right now, they're planning killing. Meanwhile, Marvin says he's going to have all kind of police to all over the place. All right? It's killing. It's killing. And nobody will tell these young men, listen, you're going to hell. You are going to hell because the Bible says that you're not supposed to commit murders. And one day, they're going to rise in this country a strong man who believes in the principle of executing murderers. That's what's going to happen. But right now, these men can be called big fat pussycat.
Senator, also there was some statistic released by Zhivago Lang who categorized how when a execution took place, the murder rate decreased consistently.
1964, right up to the date, Marvin, moved by the Spirit of the Lord, not Marvin.
Zhivago.
And he has scientifically shown it, but they don't want to listen to Zhivago because Zhivago saved. Ministers don't want no saved people around him. Most of the people around him are unsaved. All right? But Zhivago knows. But we are in trouble over these murders. And ministers wouldn't tell them to stop. Meanwhile, the people in Pinewood Garden is looking for Reverend Reuben. Reverend Reuben. He's a pastor. Murder is taking place, and I'm going to fox you up when I come back from the break. Looking for the Reverend Reuben, ramming to fox him up. Nothing but a piggy teeth man. Toby, it's nothing but a frying pan and a big fat pussycat.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. Views and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV here in Nassau, Bahamas. My name is Rodney Monker, and in studio with me is Ras Denero Thompson. Ras, welcome back to Freedom March.
Always a pleasure.
Well, I'm told that which part of Miami is watching? Tampa? Hello, Tampa, Florida. Welcome to Freedom March, and I'm honored to have you joining us. Did you know that the Minister of the Environment and the Minister of Housing, Rami Ferreira, is now a wanted man? He's wanted by the people of what constituencies is he a member of?
He's a member of parliament for Marathon.
Marathon. Rummy, the last time he was seen, he was at the barroom. Rummy walked into the barroom, 20 Negro constituents. My God, Rummy only buy one bottle of beer. Can you imagine it? Come, Rummy, 19, 20 Negro men, he shouldn't buy one bottle of beer. Now the boy tell me he ain't voting for you no more. So I asked him why. He said, man, Romney came in and only bought one bottle of beer. I said, listen, that is no reason not to vote for Romney. But he's upset. Not only that, Romney, I didn't know that you raise bees. Who be Sting Dummy? Dummy is a Negro male who wash car.
Wow.
And the bees identified as bees belonging to Rummy Ferreira. Sting Dummy.
So he's a bee harvester.
But that's what you call it?
Yeah.
A bee harvester.
A bee harvester.
I didn't know you was a bee harvester. The bee sting Dummy. Twice. Now, Rummy Ferreira, you better secure those bees before I suggest the dummy to buy Baygon. It cannot be fair for a Negro man trying to make a living, washing car, and train bees. This is a true story.
Wow.
The bee sting Dummy twice. Dummy was smelled up a couple of weeks ago.
Wow.
Dummy ain't line. Dummy showed back up to wash car, and Rummy bees sting him.
Well, there's good economics in bee harvesting, you know.
What about in stinging Dummy? Huh? It's amazing. Somebody should talk to the Minister of the Environment, because the bees should not be kept headquarters. Independent. Them the them. Roman. How much he to the ground. Ask the legislation. Let's debate it. Let's give the police the independence. And let's not have Marvin Dames. I ain't see him, you know, but I know Marvin. I could see Marvin in my spirit. I see things in my head. In my head, I see Marvin. I see Marvin with plenty hard cuff.
Wow.
Plenty. But Marvin, save one for me and save one for Menace. Because Menace trying to jail me. I just got to hide every weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, they think I'm stupid. Menace know I disclose. He knows it. Yet he's picking on me. And watch what he's doing. He has not established the Public Accounts Committee. Miles, Loretta, I call on you. You better leave them. Or I can join the PLP so I can come and curse you out. All right, I's F&M now. And I have to stay F&M. Other than that, Papa may not tell me things. But that's what's going on. We want a peaceful society. menacing interpeace. So Philip Brave Davis has written him this letter. Where's page 12? Does it here? And it's important that we have a peaceful society because the country is developed around tourism. And where do tourists come from? North America.
That is true.
Who are they? They're white people. They're already afraid of Negroes. And for them to come here to see Negroes with guns, they ain't coming. All right? And Lisa, the U.S. Charge d'Affaires,
Lisa Johnson.
she has a fax. In fact, she may have something better than a fax. An email. And all she got to do is email. And the next thing you know, no tourist stamp. And I need the tourist stamp to come so that all my people could have work. So, he's talking that of the bad treatment. And he wants a police force that is completely free of political contamination. And every time Marvin James opened his mouth, he spouts political contamination. Marvin, stop it! I want you to stop it. All right? Stop it, Marvin. Stop it. So that is what is taking place. And the leader of the opposition, remember what I said. This letter is constitutional because the Constitution makes provision for the Prime Minister to consult with the leader of the opposition and the leader to consult with the Prime Minister. And he's asked ministers to meet. But I understand what the man named who went to St. Augustine with ministers, the press secretary. What's his name?
That's Anthony Ace Newbold.
Yes. Ace Ifa. I used to know his name. But anyway, Anthony Newbold, he knows. He has advised ministers not to meet. Now, ministers, listen to me. Don't listen to Anthony, eh? Because the PLP do have the capacity to bring thousands of people into the street. I had a high-level meeting on bringing thousands of people. And I told the PLP it has to be done so skillfully that the FNM will rush out to Bay Street. And since they're all a bunch of Negroes, you'll have thousands of Negroes on Bay Street, and commerce will come to a stand. All right? So it is important that ministers meet. And I think when Philip Brave Davis go, he should go with a list of all of the FNMs that need to be investigated. But God is punishing the PLP. How? I'll tell you a mystery. There is a man named Gomez. What Gomez's first name is?
Which Gomez is that?
QC.
Damien Gomez.
Damien Gomez. He had ministers by his testicle, politically. And he was taking ministers to court. And the PLP, those who are his business partners, they say, no, don't carry him. Now ministers escape justice. Ministers escape justice. And ministers got the gun. Ministers has the gun, but he should listen to Philip Brave Davis, or we march too. We march too. We'll take to the street as I call on all the women them. Woman, it is your time. You have not been treated right, oh sisters. You have not been treated right, but this is your time to help me to lead a revolution. And I'm going to be calling on you.
Are you We March too, Mr. Monka? Is that you? Is that you?
If I'm V2 March?
Yeah, We March too. Is that you?
I V March 2, 3, and 4. And greater than all of that, I am Freedom March. Oh, yeah. And so, we're going to get ready to march. Woman, I call upon you. Behold your leader. I'm the only man who has told the woman them that I'm prepared to lead y'all. The woman them, the man them, the children them. Now, on Friday of last week, the Conkey Joe Dam. So all the Conkey Joe Dam, we have to unite because Menace is punch drunk with power. And when I come back, I'm going to call the churches that the F&M suspect because you all ain't disclosed that you all might be tied to terrorism. This is Freedom March. Terrorism, the F&M believe, is in the tabernacle of the Most High.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV here in Nassau, Bahamas. My spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll, is here in the house. Brother Roll, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you, Mr. Monker. How are you?
Well, I was reading a constitutional letter that was sent by the leader of the opposition to the Prime Minister. And I want to conclude it before I engage you in other activities. The letter, which was dated the five liberal wrongdoing. suspicious. God. Be linked to terrorism. What else? And I that adult struggle organize and full know what to expect of it, but
one of the great
thank you.
relationship.
Talk fast. This hello.
Five, 10.
Against
Well,
some. Our lady run by
did it break? Cause I
To the Senator, call 323-7775. 0 Freedom. This is Freedom.
when bought me of directly. Hello.
Can I speak?
Oh, man. Thank you.
First. Do you
You see if
you need to, you know, every show.
Mrs. Mon
Send.
you know, Monica. You know, anything that's much things that track, that
to Miss Mother Gerald. Hey, and I hope right there. So, can on Sunday the Freedom Map?
Stand there.
Many of currently date the officers of the nomination not set manage them over the no, they could-
Yes, sir.
so that's what go
No, sir.
listen.
I'm very
chairman of public. I want all the people of Blackville and all Curly.
call for the office DO. And we always in the office with because every them
Vice
My, take on charges. That's my. I think that,
fire.
I don't think.
Spiritual men have guns and
Yes,
drinking
say
behind the wheel.
I support the spirit.
Huh?
You they pray.
Well, you
Listen,
know,
Listen, no. Okay, thank
first of all, FNL is the main example. Those off
yeah.
with want them to is all right. So with no more.
Yeah.
Yeah. me, sister. Speak. Cut your teeth. Yes.
What you doing?
Sir, the month
Ma'am.
I always use these holy and it's holy.
Ma'am.
Please correct him with that.
I will.
Supposed to be
Ma'am, you're right. 23. You're right. Matthew,
correct that.
you're right.
Let him
Matthew,
use
right. You see why you used to be getting.
Second.
You still are.
You and I have an will not
The KJ.
That-
You
because
criticize her.
right?
You hear
it
on you.
All
right.
You have all that told what you believe. I have that the
I think you should.
you don't side that I would say I'm the SI
Mm-hmm.
that's I start off. I don't want to get all upset.
Yeah.
I'm getting allowing my I have spoken time.
I mean, you're.
Well, the freedom of
No.
my spiritual explique Nicolas Moon
Oh.
I don't welcome to hello fine sister.
in reference to the police.
Yes.
Gentlemen, by the way.
Left and how?
My job. My job. They were in their hands. Be asked to put the alcohol bottle down
Yes.
if and do not return. We have a situation where we see these officers bold. Can
When you're able to see
Mm-hmm.
what was written
should happen. They should have in division on that. Always asking because I believe in circumstances. It's to believe a stressful job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
who's come starting from
give them some sort of
yeah
opportunity for redemption.
Sure.
Just the streets. Average citizen, you can't anything on it. You know. Have a nice day and stay safe.
bless you. Scholar, hello, scholar, and
The question is there.
hello.
Hello.
What's
Doing, man?
listen? I'm fine. Time.
The thing is with the officers, they need to get fired. And on the next hand, if you bring back onto the you are saying to on the force drinking in the vehicle to the other officers. Come on, you have to set example.
Take into consideration that for doing themselves and instead of just them because I asked them.
Like, how you mean up the bottle with the
Yeah.
They must see sponsor. They sponsor that one, eh?
Listen,
Come on, my brother.
I got
Have to take us, and we have officers on the road, and as we speak. Come on, brother.
my brother.
We know this.
Call me.
These two just get catch.
No. You call me tomorrow. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello, people. You gonna answer me? Next caller.
Hello,
Yes.
Mr. Monka.
Speak.
Mr. Monka. I'm one of the ladies calling you from.
Hey. Talk to me, free.
I am calling to let you know the law should not be. Yes,
You better turn your TV off, cause
the
you
law should not be by the law.
okay. That's I agree. Not be broken by the law.
When the law do what they doing, that's what a citizen in the Bahamas to do.
But
When bribe, they take bribery,
But-
and
take
they
bribery.
put somebody else go on the road, want to lock them.
were really close, and it
Mr.
got out.
Montana, it ain't fair. It ain't nice. It's the F&M government in power, the PLP government being and couldn't do things like that.
I don't
Plus
understand.
the FNM power, I say give them a chance.
Country,
Let me pray over. Call me early tomorrow. I gotta take 2 other callers.
it's ready to bottom.
Hello,
Manka,
sir.
good afternoon.
All right.
Listen to you and your spiritual advice.
Yes.
I am a policeman, 30 years off the force.
Okay.
I heard of thing as what I heard you all,
What was that?
a police officer
Mhm.
carrying gun nowadays. To do something like is a federal offense.
Under the law?
If someone was to take that gun from, they could get their own being. If they're drinking alcohol,
But
you
were they
don't know
drunk?
that
They drunk.
they ain't drinking alcohol to begin with.
Yeah, but you said that they were drunk. Prove that.
I'm using that because the way I saw their face on television,
Mhm.
I know when someone is drunk,
They were
Yeah.
not clowning.
right? And I'm telling you, back in the days, we didn't have guns in fire, we automatically lose our.
Really?
And now guys is carrying gun, and you talk about them, let them go scot free and no. You're all embarrassed.
We are too as far as you're
That's a
concerned.
serious thing.
You,
Tell that lady about no FNM and PLP, because this is not an FNM and PLP thing. You all talk too much about the politics. Try get the real facts, what's happening in this country. Because something like that, they are supposed to automatically lose their job. Thank you
Goodness
very
me.
much.
Well, we have an opinion. Next call. Next caller. Hello. You have to answer. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. What's on your mind?
How are you this afternoon, Mr.
I am
Monken, your
Rex.
spiritual advisor?
hi, how you doing?
Don't
I
take
am
them off
pretty
now.
well, thank you.
Great.
It's always a pleasure to listen to both of you in
Absolutely.
the afternoon.
Lovely, thank you.
And I think you are both doing a best job as you possibly can do, considering the circumstances in the country.
Absolutely.
Now, I want to think about this police officer firstly.
Mhm.
Very calm head. I don't know how we have to be such a critical people. Our God is a God of second chances.
Absolutely.
There are many police officers the force who made mistakes in the past.
Yes.
Some were brought front and others weren't. And they got out of it. And if you look at shipping, passing through social or going around on social media, no one saw a bottle that went to that policeman's head that they drank. That did not take place. Now, I looked at it several times. I thought the language was gross. I thought that it's officers, though they are human beings, and they may have a lapse in judgment. But I think that we may need to consider, like the Commissioner of Police said, 14 days to put their case forth. They have been suspended. They are definitely humiliated by that public appearance of that going around in social media.
That is true.
People need to be more compassionate in this country.
Absolutely.
That's why this country is the way it is today. There's no compassion. Okay? And I want to say, with the letter with the official leader of the opposition, Philip Brave Davis, I think it was a good thing. It was a decent thing that in their comments to the Bahamian people.
Yes.
Someone said that the Commissioner of Police should be in charge of this, or the police force should be in charge of this. And the minister in charge should be quiet at the law take force. Okay? He has to be very careful, although he's the Minister of National Security, he says and how he comments, because he has one job to do and the job of the letter that Brave Davis has written to the Prime Minister, and they should sit and have an opportunity to discuss the way forward. I think it's very, very critical for the way our country is going, because, like you said, Mr. Monka, tit for tat, butter for fat, and it will be a lot of exposure to what has truly gone on wrong in this country. And the PLP, under the Right Honorable Perry Gladstone Christie, was very lenient. Also, I think that Hubert Alexander, Right Honorable Hubert Alexander...
Call me back tomorrow!
Ingram was a bit lenient. In fact, they were men of reason. They know how to reason with each other.
Call me back tomorrow, because the music is on, although I don't hear it. Well, my spiritual advisor...
Until tomorrow.
Until tomorrow, I say, bracelet is right, suspension, write a letter, and I say a second chance. Send them to the school to talk to the students on being responsible. This is Freedom March. I'll see you tomorrow, if it's God's will.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.